My name is Eddie Smith. I've lived in Crossings for 12 years. I'm now my 6th year as a board member of SCF. With me today are Jeff Miller, our incoming president, and Karen McElwitch, who is the executive director of SCF, Foothills Community Foundation. FCF and Carefree share a long and productive history. FCF was first visualized at a meeting at the Carefree Inn on April 27th of 1984. The brainchild of such Carefree residents as Chet Goldberg, Don Williams, Lydia Gallup, Robert Ingersoll, Harry Howard, and Hugh Downs. At that time, it was called the Foothills Future Committee, and its mission was to address cultural needs and opportunities, develop a plan for the 40-acre land parcel, and draft guidelines for environment, including air, water, noise, and light. Pretty progressive. When Carefree was incorporated as a town in December 3rd, 1984, the Carefree Improvement Association, the committee that had been commissioned by the council, was combined with the Foothills Future Committee to form the Foothills Community Foundation. In addition to the nonprofit status, funding, and administrative services provided to its in-house programs, such as the Desert Foothills Theater, Partners in Education, MindQuest, Visual Arts, Caring Communities, and Desert Awareness, FCF now offers meeting and activity space to various other community and nonprofit organizations, such as Kiwanis, Scottsdale Healthcare, Junior Achievement, and Senior Bingo, just to name a couple. Education and other services to local residents of all ages. With the Valley of the Sun YMCA and Paradise Valley Community College to construct the Holland Community Center at 60th Street and Carefree. If you haven't been there to see it, you should drop by. It's an outstanding contribution to the Foothills. Our mission has either started or nurtured several entities that have gone on to become successful community service organizations, such as Music Fest, Foothills Caring Corps, the Food Bank, and the Land Trust.
Here I'm Jeff Miller. A tremendous increase in the usage of the community center, especially by seniors, but certainly by families, youth, all categories. We'd like to continue to expand our programs for seniors and families. We'd like to, but we want you to know we're finding it a little bit difficult. Most community centers receive financial assistance from local governments. We have been blessed by what Carefree has done for the Foothills Community Foundation and for the whole community in the past. Your contribution to the town made this facility possible, amongst other things. But the fact is, the community center stands on the backs of the residents here and what we're able to do to raise funds to support our programs. Our annual fundraising and membership programs, they raise enough money to support the existing programs, but with the additional maintenance and operating expenses needed for the new community center, we lack the adequate resources now to expand the hours of operation and to develop the programs, new programs for seniors and youth and families that we now so clearly see the need for. We're initiating discussions with the 4 communities, Carefree the first, mother city here, but also Cave Creek and Scottsdale and Phoenix, to ask each of you to better understand the kinds of support that the Foothills Community Foundation and the Holland Community Center stand to offer the residents of all of our communities here. And to ask for you to at least consider ways to include assistance for us in future town budgets, or certainly in future considerations that can help us to fund this important operation. We see our total needs as $40,000. If we just split that proportionately across the communities, that would be about $7,000 for Carefree. A lot to ask, and we're not asking for that now.
Mr. Miller, you mentioned $40,000. You mentioned $7,000. There is obviously a number that you have for Phoenix, Scottsdale, and Cave Creek. What is the rationale behind those numbers, and what are they? The amounts for the 4 communities.
Okay. Well, we really think that other communities should share in this. Okay. And the amounts, we simply took the proportion of the people that are being served by the community from our database. It's not very accurate because it's difficult to track all of the. We can't track how many people the Carefree Chamber of Commerce brings in, for example, when they have a meeting there. But that's about 15%. Same for Cave Creek, about 15%. It's roughly 40%. I think the numbers are in the handout that I gave you. Roughly 40% for Scottsdale, about 30%, 25, 40% for Phoenix. We'd like to increase that number, and anything you can do to help us draw the community center and FCF to the attention of residents would be very much appreciated.
Well aware, and I am sure most of the other members of council are, the good work that Foothills Community Foundation does, has done, and will continue to do in the future in this community. Thank you for your service. To the two of the volunteers, thank you for volunteering. To the executive director, thank you for working for the FCF.
Our pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.